With manager Allinson after a 3-2 defeat to Stratford, obviously it was an important game. Do you feel like it was a fair result?
No, listen, firstly I want to congratulate Stratford, Church, Stourbridge and Kings Lynn for making the playoffs. You know, it's an extremely tough league as I've found this year. I'm extremely tired myself, I know the players are, so I can only imagine what the boys have got in the playoffs. And obviously the only disappointing thing for them this year is obviously they've got to have a super playoff with one of the North teams, and for me that ain't quite right. I think if you win these playoffs, you've done ever so well, and then to have to go again is very difficult and doesn't sit quite right with me, and I think they've changed it for next year, which is right. So full credit to all of them, full credit to Stratford today, because I felt that was 3-2 a fair result. If you look at the second half, I'd say not in the first half. I felt we were excellent, I felt we controlled, I felt we stifled them. The plan worked, and second half we didn't quite turn up for me, second half.
Yes, the first half was, like you said, was pretty even, us creating more of the chances. Were you pleased with the first half?
Yeah, extremely pleased. If anything, probably the goal was a bit of a detriment to us in the second half, because I felt it put us on the back foot in terms of we invited a little bit of pressure, but we played extremely well. The plan was to go in at 0-0 and then come out second half and hopefully go and nick one, but we got the goal early. Just before the half time though, we invited quite a bit of pressure, and we spoke about it at half time to continue doing what we was doing, making sure the line was good, just making sure that we could stop their runners going on goal kicks in the second half, which obviously has been our undoing, and just keep managing the game. And I felt we managed it for 10-15 minutes, but in football goals change games, and it got their backs up, and it changed the game, the first goal.
There was a couple of changes from Saturday's game, one of which including Peter Clark. He came in for Liam Brooks. Can you just tell us about Liam's absence?
Yeah, it was a massive loss for us. Brooksy's partner's gone in labour, so obviously it's more important for him to be there, and wish them both luck and on the birth of their little baby. But he's a massive loss, and he was going to play up front today because Drapes' knees aren't quite right. And I felt we missed him today. We missed that little knack of instinct in front of goal and his work rate. But that's football, and we've got enough on the bench to change that. But we went with Sean on one wing, Bawley on the other, and just brought Clarkey in. And as I say, a very comfortable first half and felt it worked.
The second half was almost an opposite from the first half, Stratford having more of the ball and the chances. What can you tell us about the second half? Yeah,
I just felt we spoke about not inviting pressure, and I felt we did. I don't think we had much quality going forward. We had one link-up play where Sol gets in, if that gets in and he scores, that makes it 2-0. It never quite worked. And they got on the front foot, which was always going to happen. We needed that second goal. Little disappointing that we wanted to make sure that the gaps between the midfield, back four and forwards were nice and tight. We didn't feel that they'd hurt us in behind for pace with David there. But we got stretched, and the referees give a couple of decisions against us, rightly so, and our boys are chasing the ref and losing their discipline, and then they're breaking on us, and they were little turning points for me. And obviously the first goal for me is not defended well enough from goalkeeper, centre halves. We don't get chances like that. You know, we don't get chances like their first goal. It's criminal, and that's changed the game, completely changed the game.
During the second half, we took Harry Draper off. Is this due to his card, the yellow card?
No, yeah, it just he weren't getting any decisions at all, and you know, I just felt that he'd worked ever so hard Saturday. I thought a really good first half here today, and then we just wanted to go and get a bit of pace on up front and try and get the ball in behind. But literally from the sub, obviously they've gone and scored, and then as I say, they were on the front foot from there.
What's our motivation now for Saturday's game?
Finish as high as possible. You know, I've just said to the boys, I'm immensely proud of them, Caelan. I think they've been absolutely different class. And if you'd have said to me that we'd come here last week of the season and play Stratford to try and get in there, I'd have snapped your hands off. They've been absolutely different class. They've worked their socks off. They should be immensely proud. And I hope they're hurting, because, you know, all it does is drive me forward to be better. It should drive them on to go and get in there in next season, and you know, it makes you want to be better. And you know, we're all hurting, but they should have their heads up and they should be proud, because to go in the last game of the season, or second from last, trying to get in the playoffs is very good. I don't think we lost the playoffs here today. I look back for 6 weeks, and you're 1-0 up against Barwell, you should have seen the game out. We're 3-2 up against Redditch, we should have seen the game out. We didn't turn up against St Neots and scrapped a draw, and they're the points for me that have cost us a playoff place. But we'll be better for it as a squad, and we'll be better for it in the long run, and I'll be better for it, and Brett and Eddie and the players, and hopefully we can progress and move forward.
Brilliant, thank you.
Cheers, mate, thank you.